Recording in progress.
Okay. All right, call to order. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Jeez. There goes Maureen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Okay, this meeting is being recorded by the local scene. Anyone intending to make an audio or video recording of this meeting should notify the chair at this time. There are several volunteer opportunities at the Council on Aging, including but not limited to Meals on Wheels volunteers, volunteer help at the cafe, volunteers needed with computer skills, and senior tax write-off volunteer opportunities. If you're interested in any of these or would just like to volunteer in general, please reach out to the director. For those who wish to contact the COA Advisory Board, please note our email, coa-ab@kingstonmass.gov. So is there anybody here today for open forum? Oh.
Hi, I'm Mary Hayes. I'm here for the Friends. Their Thursday luncheon, the lobster luncheon, the gift shop is having a pop-up sale. All articles in the gift shop will be half price or best offer. And we're asking that you don't bring change. We'd like just dollars. We'll make it easier for us to, give change if we don't have coins. And also, we're doing a calendar of the fire and the police, hopefully 6 months for the fire and 6 months for the police. And hopefully it will be for 2027. We don't have enough time to do it for 2026. And we have papers at the gift shop that you can pick up and write your recipes in, and all the other information that they ask for to, might be a little story with the recipes that you're giving that you want to share with everybody. And that's it.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
So you have the calendar coming up.
Yep.
The cookbook coming up.
27.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other thing? Oh, your sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
the sale.
I had to get it.
Well, and the cookbook is, you have to have your recipes in by September 2nd. And
That's a great idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, and we've got a great response so far. Hopefully we'll be able to put everybody's in there. I hope there's some good stories.
Did you say September 2nd?
September 2nd.
This year?
Is the deadline for the recipes. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Open forum? Okay. Next item, have you all read the secretarial report for July 8th?
Yes.
Does anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. To accept the minutes for July 8th, 2025.
The second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next item, new business one, age and dementia working group updates. Holly, do you wish to speak or wait till your director's report?
I'll wait.
Okay. Kathy, any comments on the committee?
No, I have none.
Okay. All right, the next item on the agenda, new business two. I don't want to keep rehashing all these policies, but it was suggested that I place this on this month's agenda for the different policies and guidelines. The first one is the review of the COA Code of Conduct policies. And again, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I stress that it's probably important that all of you new and existing board members read these documents and, you know, make sure you understand them. So the first one, the Code of Conduct, has been established to protect and keep our senior center a welcome place, restricting inappropriate behavior between senior members who enter the COA staff and all volunteers. This code is especially important for our advisory board, who set an example for our Council on Aging and all those in the community. So hopefully our board can abide by this and encourage others to do the same, shutting down any negativity. And of course, recently we have heard those at the COA who complain about person or persons to others when all they needed to do is maybe speak with that person who might be the source of any issue. And again, if there's any issues, as you all know, see the director. We've been through so much together and we need to keep positive moving forward. Now, anybody today have any questions or comments on this code of conduct?
No, behave.
Okay. So the second is, I hope you glance at our COA advisory board policies and procedures. And these were updated a few months ago to reflect the COA advisory and town bylaws, now easy to read. These policies are specific to our Town of Kingston Advisory Board. It is important that you understand how our board works and what is expected of us. It is recommended that any interested in joining our board sit in on a few meetings, learn our policies ahead, get to know the protocols before making any decision to join. It's always ideal to have members on our board who are active at the COA more than just, say, attending a once a month meeting, as you know. Also, committing to our board also means being available to help with special projects, joining subcommittees or working groups, and helping our director for special causes. And again, we have no less than 3 and no more than 7 members required. We can have, I think right now, 5, what we have is comfortable. And in addition to have an associate member, just like the select board. You also need to review what is expected of each person, secretary, vice chair, and chair. The vice chair is able to preside when the chair isn't available. The chair is only to preside, organize for the meeting and agenda, not to control anybody's ideas. Everybody can speak freely, and the chair keeps the order and flow of the meeting to make sure we all follow the open meeting laws. Now, does anybody have any questions about our policies and procedures? No? Okay. So the next one, the third item, is the review of the latest June 2025 updated open meeting law guide, and I'm sure you all have that booklet. As you know, we need to be aware that we're a board who needs to abide by all state regulations having to follow policies and guidelines, parliamentary procedures, Robert Rules of Order, both at our board meeting and out in the public arena, including the COA, like the select board. Starting from your letter of interest, placing discussion items on an agenda, voting to recommend or nominate new members, report to the town, all the way to finally getting approved and appointed by the select board. It's all a process, takes time. When you were sworn in, this guide was passed out to you at the clerk's office. Then you were asked to take the conflict of interest training, ethics, to have you on record at the town clerk's office. And every 2 years it needs to be renewed. There's many informal committees, working groups, which don't follow our stricter laws. And if you cannot commit to our regulations, you might be better suited for a less informal group or committee. You need to research and know ahead what you are joining and the commitment you are going to make. Again, our COA advisory board members need to realize if they commit to join, they need to know these expectations. Does anybody have anything to say about this open meeting law guide? So the fourth item is a pamphlet, an effective COA board printed by the Mass Council on Aging. Again, you need to read these guidelines. A great resource for informing our board members of what our general duties are, our relation to the COA, and restrictions, all to make an effective board. We are not policymakers and do not control the day-to-day operations of the senior center. We are here to work under the director in an advisory capacity. This document explains these guidelines that we need to follow. Anybody comments on any of this? So I hope we're all on the same page and we don't need to keep rehashing this. Like I say, I was just asked to put it on the agenda. All right, next item.
Can I ask? a question?
Absolutely.
I don't even know if this fits in here, but what is the age group that is considered in this building for seniors? Is it 50? Is it 55? Is it 65? What is the age?
So we define senior as 60 plus, to receive services through the Council on Aging. I think that there are some times where there's exceptions to the rule. We have ADA residents that are younger that have attended programs here, craft classes, movies, things like that, where we don't deny that they can come into the senior center, but when it comes to services for Shine, for the attorney, for outreach, things like that, we define senior as 60 plus.
Do they have to be Kingston residents?
Not always. Again, that may depend on the service that's being provided. So I don't like to do percentages, but for most things, no, you don't have to be a resident to come here to participate in an exercise class, to come
Right.
to the cafe.
I'm thinking of outreach. I'm thinking about
Right. So
Shine.
things that we receive federal and state funding for, and town budget wise, our residents first, they take priority. Yep. And that is the case with other COAs in other towns. They take care of their residents.
okay. There was something else I wanted to ask and I forgot.
That's because you're old.
Okay.
This
This is a cooling center, correct?
Yes, the senior center will serve as a cooling center for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Thursday during the heat wave, 90 plus temperatures. So during our normal business hours, which are 8 to 4, anyone can come in and then cool off and have a cold drink. The cafe will be open, and
Are we providing any cold drinks other than our water? Or is there anything else? We doing any lemonade or anything like that?
no, we have sodas available through the cafe, but mainly drink water. Yeah. Yes. Mhm.
BYOB.
Wait a minute. If you were donated, like lemonade and stuff like that was donated, could we put it out?
We could, yes.
We could? Anybody want to donate lemonade?
Well, we're gonna have some on Thursday for our lobster roll
Oh.
luncheons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking on, like we have a.
That's a good
group time.
finger. I don't know. We can think about that.
Can we-
Finger lemon, yellow.
Thank you.
That's good.
What if the heat wave happens on the weekend?
Right, so the senior center isn't open on the weekend, but there would be other town buildings that would be designated as cooling centers. Yeah.
Okay, new business 3. Request by Deb Bruno to move from an associate member, non-voting, to a voting board member. Back in April, Deb sent a letter off to the town,
It's right there.
asking that she was interested in the associate member and it was going to work out good with her. After Deb's letter of interest in April, Deb has attended a couple meetings, been recommended by our advisory board, finally approved and appointed by the Kingston Select Board and sworn in to serve as an associate non-voting member effective July 1st. At our last July 8th advisory board meeting, as an associate member, Deb was voted by our board to also prepare the secretary report in this associate non-voting capacity, which she accepted. Again, in her previous letter, she stated only associate member. So I had thought we were all set at that time to continue with the status, and she could, continue being associate, and learn our policies and, how we operate. And the town approved and updated their website to reflect the status. I passed out the sheet showing all of us now on here. Myself, Gail, Maureen, Lucy, Kathy, and Deb, associate member / secretary. So that's all on the town website right now. I want to keep this simple, but I'm just a little confused, Deb, why soon after this that you had mentioned that if you were going to continue doing the secretary report, you wanted to be a voting member.
I didn't know that I was gonna get voted in to be a secretary. So the other position, I just was watching, but now I'm very involved, so.
And I know you said this was the only way it was going to work for you if you became a voting member.
Yep.
So,
No, you would have been still here if you.
No, I would rather be a voting, if I'm gonna go through this, I'd rather be a voting.
But you don't have to be a voting member to be the secretary, Deb.
But if I want, if
But I
something
think
comes
what
up,
you should do, believe me, you should stay as an associate member just for a few months
No.
and get, excuse me?
No.
You should get your feet wet first.
I don't think a couple of months is gonna make a difference, really. I don't.
She's pretty smart.
And I just feel like if I'm gonna be doing all this work, if something comes in here, I should be able to vote on it. If it's something that interests me.
I agree. I do too.
so are you saying that to do the secretary report now, you have to be a voting member? You
Well,
want,
I'm not right now.
no, but I mean, you want to be.
I want to be, yes.
Do you want to just go around the room? Any questions or?
I know that when I started out as the associate, and prior to that, I came to a couple of meetings, and then it was of interest to be the associate. And I'm grateful that I had that extra 3 meetings as an associate. It made a big deal. So when the seat opened, it was easy to move in. Sometimes people don't realize that this is a government the government oversees what we do. So you've got to be really careful about just voting on just anything. Because it gets turned into the town, it gets turned into the state under a secretary's report, what have you. So if you feel confident, that's one thing, but I'm grateful I had that extra time.
Here 2 or 3 times.
And I don't think a couple or more is gonna make any difference.
I was only here how long before I got on the board?
You have
8 months.
8 months you were associate member.
Was I here all the time? Yeah.
Well,
You were 8 months.
Yeah, but I don't think
but
I-
it does help, Deb, to be associate member for a few months.
Don't want.
I think you should
go
wait.
ahead.
Let's,
I mean, are we voting
We're
on
going to
this?
have to take a vote.
Yeah.
But my question is,
I don't
however-
understand your question.
what do you mean?
Say it
I'm
again.
going to ask Deb a question. I haven't asked the question.
Oh, all right. Because I thought you did.
I haven't even asked the question.
I thought you did. I thought you said to her.
Well, I have another question.
Oh, all right, oh, quiet.
So we're gonna take a vote, but if for some, I mean, I don't predict anybody, however it turns out, but are you saying that if you were not voted to be a voting member, what would you do? Would you resume
Being the
being
secretary.
the secretary and associate?
Hmm.
I really don't know.
Think,
Yeah, I really.
I mean, we have to take a vote, but.
Yeah.
Anybody, anything else? Any questions?
I think
I
Debbie has more experience because she's been so active in the office and with our, what
Seniors,
she's done with the computer. I think that counts as involvement
mhm,
that a lot of us don't have.
I agree,
And I think that should be
I
considered
agree.
as a positive.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, does anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion that Debbie Bruno be a voting member
Yes, and I
of
second it.
the COA advisory board.
Anybody second?
I do, I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
No.
No,
I just don't understand why not. I want to
Well,
know
I
the
just
why not.
think
I would like the why not.
because Deb insisted on being an associate member from day one.
it was the only one that was available at the time.
But you said on your letter, you would like to know interested in an associate member. And like, we went through all this to get you where you are, and it's only been one meeting and you want to change.
I know, but you all
No-
had.
no
you-
offense.
No, but there's none taken. You all you all talked about me being secretary without me being
We all
involved,
talked,
Yes.
without me being involved.
I didn't talk.
And when I came into the last meeting, it was kind of sprung on me. I assumed because you were a voting member that it just became the same. I did not realize it wasn't that way.
And it was not discussed between us,
No,
but you
it
did
wasn't.
accept.
Yeah. Because I nominated you for secretary. Because you didn't have to be a voting member.
I don't understand.
I thought that was an exception to the rule.
I thought you, if you were a non-voting member and you were on the board here, and an opening opened, that you were voted into the next step. I don't understand. This woman is very, very knowledgeable. She's a very smart woman. She knows how the COA operates, and I don't understand what the hesitation is. That's just my opinion.
But why the change so fast?
Why not? We're women. We change our mind all the time.
You didn't have enough openings for her to join at the time, I thought.
Yeah,
No, we didn't.
But
Yes.
Deb did ask to be an associate because that was what was gonna work for Deb. That was convenient,
Yeah.
But
and
now
you did
she's-
make it clear.
But now she is
You
conducting
were
the,
associate member, Lucy, for a long.
Because there was no
couple of
opening.
months.
There was no opening. And
Wait.
as soon as there was an opening, what did I learn?
Way,
I didn't
way
even know how to
back,
make a motion.
she did say that she just wanted to be an associate member and that was it. She didn't want to be a voting member.
No, I don't
No,
remember that.
Yeah, she,
No, I
yes.
do not remember that. She wanted to
oh,
come in.
I do.
And
I
she would-
remember.
things changed.
That's right, things change.
She's taken on the extra task of acting as secretary.
And
So
who will be
that's
the
a
secretary?
responsibility.
Who's gonna be the secretary if she's not a secretary? We're gonna get somebody else
Deb
to come
hasn't
in?
said she doesn't want to be the secretary.
She's considering
Yeah.
not being the secretary if she's not a voting member.
Is that true?
You just all sprung this on me just this
Yeah,
minute,
I
so
know. And
I'm just sitting
surprised,
here,
too.
I'm just sitting here taking it in.
Yeah.
I really,
Ridiculous.
I explained what I thought. Are you sure it is because you don't want to let go of the secretary position?
God, no. No, not at all.
We need Debbie
I
to be the
needed help
secretary.
as a secretary, but I didn't think things would change so fast because you were happy being an associate and you were approved to become a secretary in a non-voting position.
But things go so fast. So this is
But
moving
everything's a
fast.
process, but every little change, it takes a month or so to go through the town and all the process we have to go through.
Are we in a rush?
We're not in a rush.
Hmm.
Well, that's what I mean. Would you be able to be an associate for a while, doing secretary?
Well, I'd have to be.
I mean, it's up
not-
to you.
It's not gonna happen like right away.
That's why we're all different people on a board. We can vote. We all have our own
I'm
opinion.
just shaking my head. I don't understand.
If Polly has anything that she can help us with.
She's not voting.
I'm
How
not a
about some
voting
words of
member.
wisdom?
Yes.
Words of wisdom.
So the makeup of the advisory board can be between 3 and 7 people. You could be as little as 3, you can be as large as 7. It doesn't. Openings, you can either fill them or you cannot fill them. You can say it's 5 or select board is 5. You can go down to 3, you can go up to 7. That's what we've had in the past. So
Yeah.
that's really about all I can say. Deb has volunteered here for a year, over a year, lose track of time, and certainly knows a lot of people here, a lot about the day-to-day operations of the senior center. Yes.
Very qualified.
And it would put us
I don't have
into
a vote.
a six member, which would be tough.
6, you may run the risk of a tie. Yeah.
If we have a tie, who breaks it? Do we continue to vote on that particular tie? Why do you break the vote?
Check the bylaws. I don't.
Maybe we should redo our vote, our,
Can you legally do that? Redo the vote?
You're not.
No final vote has been registered yet.
right.
No final vote has been entered in the minutes.
Well, what do you want to do?
She wants to be a member.
Yeah.
Speak. Susie, let her speak.
Speak.
Again, you've taken me by surprise today. I thought that once I said it, that would,
But we took a vote. We're all different.
no, I thought that once I said that I wanted to be a voting member, like you were, that I didn't know was gonna cause this.
And I didn't expect it either.
I thought that you just had the right to say, I would like to do that, and
Here's a one, this works here.
that would be it, but
I don't even know what the.
Would it be advisable to continue this to the next meeting?
But don't you want to, we should straighten this out?
I would,
rather
Yeah,
than not
she
keep
does.
debating. I mean,
I would like to see it straightened out so we know where we stand.
Okay.
but then again, we're all different. We have our own opinions.
This vote may change.
So do you want to,
How do you do Robert's Rules of Order when we had discussion prior to the final vote being registered? I mean, I counted hands, but nothing has been said. I don't know how you do that by Robert's Rules of Order.
well, we voted and it was 3-2.
So we
Again.
want to revote. Let's do it again.
So
Is that a motion for reconsideration?
yes.
Is that what that
I
is?
think it is.
And then you have to vote on the motion to reconsider? I believe that's how it works. I make a motion to reconsider the vote on Debbie Bruno being a voting member of the advisory board.
I second it.
All in, oh, I'm sorry. You do that.
hey, you want to run the board?
No.
So, okay, you made a motion to have Deb continue being to move into a voting member and to continue doing the secretary report.
Under reconsideration on the original vote.
So
Lucy said,
Lucy, you're seconding that
Yes, I did.
now. Well, I'm just gonna say no. Nay.
you have to agree to reconsider the motion. We all have to vote to agree to reconsider.
I think we maybe should give some time. I don't know, I can't tell anybody what to say.
I think she should, Deb, I really do. I think you should just stay associated just for a few months. This is different from what you used to do.
She was more involved with this, with the seniors than any of us. She worked in that office for over a year. She had more to do with seniors and how the senior center is run. I don't understand why we're even questioning her ability.
This has nothing to do with her ability.
Well, it does,
It's not personal.
it does.
I would just like to say something. Donna, I know you're having a hard time giving up this job.
Oh, I don't think.
I
so.
don't think you can.
I
do that.
welcomed you
You don't
here
want
to
to
help
second.
us do the secretary report. Is this just coming down to the secretary report? But the way you presented it, you says it would not be suitable for you to be an associate and do the report. It
There
wouldn't be
was-
worth your while.
There was no position for me to take when I wrote that.
When she wrote that, when was that written?
In April.
And that's, yeah,
But she became effective as an associate member July 1st, after you were sworn in at the end of June.
And in that meeting in July, didn't two members
But-
resign?
In June, there were two open
Two
spots.
openings.
But again, it takes a vote. But you said you were happy being an associate. And then you did accept being the
You
secretary.
asked me if I was happy doing it. I'm not gonna say no. I was learning and again, you all had a conversation about me doing the secretary and I know you did. So, I
And
was
really-
I was the only one that was not
See,
involved in that and then you,
We can't plan out of the meeting what we're going to do with the rest of the board.
I don't know, where are we going from here?
Reconsideration.
Reconsideration?
We have to take,
We don't want to spend too much time. on this.
Well, then let's do a reconsideration. Then we'll do it again next time.
Well, well,
Honest with you, I feel as though she's more. Informed than I am.
I almost feel there's other things going on that I'm not aware of,
Well,
behind the scenes,
Behind what scenes?
outside of our board. I didn't think it would be this
not
confusing.
by me.
Not by me. I know the last meeting we had, I looked at her and said, would you be secretary? Right here,
Well,
in this room.
that's why I was happy to have you come aboard. as
Anything I've
secretary.
said today is the first time I have.
But
said
I
it.
didn't think it had to do with a voting, with being a voting member.
I'm not understanding what.
I'm
the
not
big
understanding what the
deal of-
big deal with that letter is.
What letter?
The one that you keep quoting.
I'm not quoting it.
I don't actually know how that, why is that even being brought up?
Because you
It was-
specifically wanted to be an associate member. Well,
Let's move the question. Let's move it.
Well,
Oops,
it's not
I
being
think we should
rectified.
move it to next month.
It's
Don't
not being rectified. This is ridiculous. My opinion.
okay, well, we'll move it to the next month,
That's all you-
and we'll take
right
another
now.
vote.
Yeah,
What did we
I
just
didn't
vote
think
on,
of-
you and I?
A motion to reconsider. And as far as I know, it's still on the floor.
It's gotta be closed out and then you've gotta make another motion to move it to another month.
It's not gonna be the same thing.
No, I don't think so.
Won't be here.
well, let's just go back to square one here and, make a motion, someone make a motion to move this to the next month.
We have a motion, I could be wrong, but I believe we have a motion on the floor to reconsider the vote, and we have discussed it. So now we vote on the reconsideration.
And I have a question that I requested something and it, just because you're saying you don't like it, that it's gonna go away? No, that doesn't seem right. And this is why I would like to be able to vote.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I thought you were a new member, associate member, and you wanted to wait a couple months before you made any
And you,
changes.
you voted me in as secretary. That
Last month.
changed.
But you accepted to be a associate and a secretary. So, I mean, we can't keep rehashing it. So, do you want to make a motion to move this to next
We
month?
have a motion, I think.
We have to do the reconsideration.
So,
We vote on, do we reconsider the vote now?
Shall we reconsider the vote now?
Let's vote.
okay, so who wants to make a motion?
I made it originally, make a motion to reconsider the vote.
I seconded.
All in favor?
All in favor.
Of what?
Reconsidering,
The vote,
we've already had it.
so that we would make the motion again to make her a voting member and have a vote. So
1, 2, 3.
Read it. So now,
now we do it again.
do we want Debbie to come on as a voting member and secretary? That would be.
Is that you making the motion? I
Put her in.
second it.
All those
What
in
was that
favor?
again?
Bringing her on as a voting member and secretary. In other words, changing her status as from what it is now
So you're making a motion right now.
to bring her back.
Anyone second?
Sharon.
I seconded.
Yeah, all those in
Okay.
favor?
All in favor?
All right, Deb. I know what happened.
You're a voting member now, I believe.
You just voted to have.
Yes, I did,
Okay.
but I was led to believe differently.
You're here.
So Deb, it was nothing personal. It was just
No
how
personal.
I took
So
your
did I.
interest. So-
You flowers.
Would you, okay, absolutely, but you have to all understand.
Yeah.
that It was nothing personal. So Deb, how do you feel?
Just great.
Good. You. Okay, new business 4, I don't want to spend too much time on. Update on the advisory board office hours for August planning, helping the survey, being distributed to the Age and Dementia Working Group. Do we wish to continue this process on the last Thursday as agreed last month, for August, as it's already listed in the newsletter?
Oh, is that when they come in to meet?
Nobody come in and talk to you.
Nobody comes in.
We're always available. Somebody's always available. I don't
So-
think we need to do that. It doesn't seem to work. Nobody seems to want to come forward.
No,
So what do you think?
Oh, why don't we keep it for September?
Let it
Because
go.
those things are
You
going
want to
out.
just keep the last
Because
Thursday?
those
one
are-
this year?
Because
No
of
specific?
What-
The letters are
is
going
here?
out.
the
so
surveys are going out. Maybe people will have
Yeah,
questions,
yeah.
right,
So
Lucy?
just
Yeah.
keep it
I would keep it until we see,
for August and September.
definitely,
So anyone want to make a motion,
information.
Lucy, that we continue? Second,
Second,
At least until
I
those.
won't-
all in favor?
I,
Aye. Okay, next item. It's come to my attention that the COA Advisory Board meeting is going to be falling on Veterans Day.
Oh, my goodness.
So
We're not gonna be here.
we are gonna have to cancel that day, but are we all willing to forego the November meeting due to the holiday? And move to December, or do you wish to reschedule?
Reschedule, I wish.
I wish to reschedule also.
So another meeting on another date in
Yeah.
November,
November.
so that we don't skip the complete month.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to make a motion? Was it you, Kathy?
No, Lucy can
Lucy?
take it. She
I'll
likes
make a
talking
motion.
To reschedule
in November.
for another date. And seconded by
I second the motion.
Gail, all in favor?
Aye.
Now we'll
Yeah,
have to
what
work
date?
out,
Oh, yeah,
we'll have
what
to
date?
work out and notify you all as to when that would be.
I have to
The
see
following
if activities
schedule.
available.
Yeah.
Or the local scene to
All right,
record.
You'll know that by the time, by November.
We should know by the next.
So for the next meeting.
It's Thanksgiving that month.
Okay,
Oh,
gathering
yeah.
committee reports, director's report, Holly.
So you have a copy of the director's report in front of you. I'll try to go quickly. The town is launching a redesigned website that actually goes live today. It'll be this afternoon. Updated site will be more user-friendly and provide for a better user experience with easier navigation. So you'll see that most of it, they describe it as just sort of a refresh of the website. So kind of new graphics and fonts, but the actual functionality of the website is pretty much the same. Easier to navigate. So over the last few months, all of the departments have been cleaning up their pages and updating information and contacts. As part of that process, I have uploaded meeting minutes from the advisory board for a couple of meetings that weren't already up there. So with the help of Donna and Katie, actually, was able to get meeting minutes posted to the website. So PDF versions are now searchable on the website, and hard copies are posted in the clerk's office. I'm working with Jana to create a fillable membership form that can be submitted through the website for people to join the senior center. So as it stands now, if somebody comes in and has never been here before and they want to join, they're given a hard paper to fill out, and then we transpose that into my senior center. So I'm working with Jana to make that something that's online that people can just fill in. So then it would still be an extra step that we have to load it into the system, but wouldn't necessarily have to be somebody coming in to do that. So another thing with the website is I'll just pass this around for people that aren't already part of to get like the reverse 911s and town-wide alerts. The fire department just recently switched over, I think July 1st, from Blackboard to Code Red. So there's information on the town website about how to register through Code Red so that you'll get these, like when the senior center is made designated as a polling station, reverse 911s. That information is on the town website, but if anybody has any questions, we can walk them through that to get registered, because it's a nice way to stay informed about town-wide
They got my
emergency
phone
services.
and they have my cell phone.
Yeah, you
info.
can do both. You can designate
Yeah.
cell
They-
or landline.
They switched it from,
Yes, so if
Yeah.
you were already enrolled in the
Yeah.
Blackboard,
Yeah.
they automatically switched you
Yeah.
over into the Code Red. But if you were never part of it, it's a pretty simple process. It's actually through the
totally different number
the
too.
sheriff's department runs it, and a lot of communities in southeastern Massachusetts use it. So it's really cool. So if you have any questions on that, we're happy to help walk people through that. The senior tax work-off program year is approaching for the 2025-26, and we're getting ready to collect all requests from town departments for available positions. Applications for the new program year begin on November 1st, and those will be available mid-September. If you're currently working in the program, just a reminder that timesheets are due to our office by October 31st.
October, right?
October 31st is when the current program year ends. Yep. So at the Springtown meeting, approval was given to replace the panels of the collapsible wall in the grand room, that folding wall that separates the room. It's a capital planning project requested by the facilities department, and it will be completed through an outside vendor. We recently selected the skin covering and the trim and are awaiting an installation date. The vendor anticipates a 1-day install with the removal of the current panels, so the track will all stay the same, but those 8 or 10 panels that are in there are gonna be taken down.
That'll be easier for,
They'll move a little bit easier. They're starting to like bubble, almost like a wallpaper kind of bubbling situation. They're aiming to do it on a weekend. It's gonna be a pretty big disruption. Those panels, from what I understand, are like hundreds of pounds. They have to have dumpster, so the less impact. I just printed this out if anybody wants to see. It's kind of hard because it was on my phone, but that's the skin covering for the panel. Pretty much matches what's in there now. Won't look super different, so nobody really should know the difference, but
the
just
panel to be
part of
lighter,
building it.
easier to move.
no, so that was something that they asked if they wanted it to be more soundproof or less soundproof. Everything is pretty much exactly the same. We didn't need it to be any heavier or provide any more sound barrier than what it already is. So it's pretty much apples to apples. So an update on the age and dementia friendly designation. The working group met on August 4th. The townwide survey will be launching to the public today. Today's a busy day in the town, so I don't have it quite yet, but I should have it at some point today from Joanne Zigmund. So it will launch today and it will close on October 3rd. With working group approval, it could be the week prior, but that's the target date as of right now. We'll be using a variety of sources to promote the survey, including the town website, Facebook, Silver Lake regional newsletters, and events around Kingston. Print versions of the survey will be available, as well as digital versions that can be accessed with a QR code. So the second page that I provided you is just sort of a snapshot of what OCPC provides and what the working group provides, just a brief information about the survey. And then Kathy, of course, sits on the committee, but as members of the advisory board, if you happen to be talking about the survey and you want to tell people about it and promote it, just sort of some talking points of what you can say or what you should say to when somebody says, oh, what's that all about? There is the project is called Livable Kingston. So there's now a Livable Kingston page on the town website. So that's where the survey will live. That's where the link will be for people to go on there. Hard copies will be available here at the town hall and at the library. And we're happy to help people fill it out. It may seem pretty cumbersome at first, but once you get going, it's just like any other survey that you may get for a customer service survey or, Press Ganey after you get hospital stay, you receive services through hospitals or outpatient centers. They send
They're all multiple questionnaires.
yeah, a lot of ranking, things, what are most important to you, rank these on from 1 to 10.
Right.
It's
easy.
it's easy, but it's important. And so we want to get the most amount of people we can filling out those surveys. So please let us know if you need help with that.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
I mentioned one thing. I was asked why it's not being mailed, and the initial 35 cover it. So I just wanted you to explain that. We have the person that asked me here, so.
Why the survey wasn't being mailed?
Why $35,000 didn't include mailing?
It was,
No, I
so
know that was the question.
oh yeah. So the grant to pay for Old Colony Planning Council was $30,000, and that's strictly just their fee to do all of this work, but that doesn't include any kind of copying, mailing, no, none of that. No. Okay, just other COA transportation. Our 2 new van drivers have both successfully completed internal training and attended week-long hands-on training at Gatcher headquarters in Taunton. they're now on the road. I want to thank Patty, our transportation coordinator, for helping onboard Deb and Sean. The diligence in both the hiring, the training of the new drivers. It's a lot of work. It's been a lot of work. So I still have one more to hire, and Patty's been a great help to me to doing this months-long process we started in February. So we're getting there. Outreach, Jenny continues her outreach efforts in the community by visiting assisted living facilities and memory care centers and other organizations that we commonly make referrals to. She recently distributed farmers market coupons and is working on enhancements to our grab and go program that would include toiletries and other specialty items that would be available once a month. There was a survey that went out to participants in that program, and she collected all the feedback, and so we have the opportunity to add more personal care items that aren't always necessarily available to some of these people. So it's a nice enhancement to that program.
Yeah, the only thing we were getting was toilet paper.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And in July, the cafe served 367 meals.
We do good. Is that it, Holly?
That's all. I'll check with, do you have a preference on the meeting date? Did you want to move it up a week or back a week? Cause I'll check to see
Tuesday?
when they're available.
Yeah. But
If
What,
both are available, do you
available?
have a preference to go either way? Because then you'll run
do you
into,
want to have it
December.
before the 11th?
Yeah.
I think
The
it'd
next one would be
be a
December.
good idea.
Is Tuesday good
Yeah,
for everybody?
Yeah.
have it before the 11th.
Because the other program is the first Monday of the month, so maybe the second. Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month.
So that would be
I-
November
which
4th.
I can't do it on the fourth. I belong to another meeting out at Town and Country.
The week after would be the 18th, and then you'd have 1, 2, 3 weeks between the
What about the
December
18th?
meeting.
The 18th.
So let me see what the local scene has available, and then I'll let Donna, I'll let you know, and you'll,
Okay.
yep.
Right, chair report, I don't have anything else for today. What else is there to report on? We don't have anything under old business. Is there anybody we need to remember? This month?
It's a good month.
Okay, so next meeting is Tuesday, the 9th, September 9th at 11:30 here at the COA plus Zoom, and the time now is 12:22. Does anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to end the meeting.
Okay. Second,
I second the motion.
all in favor?
I
Thanks for being here today. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. In the heat.
The mouse is-